The referee has seen enough. Leeds have held on. A knife-edge game, a single goal margin, but they have won it. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
I tend to change my hair too much. It has become my ruination. My friend, she keeps on warning much. On top of that, it's true, I see people never recognize me. On top of that, she's right, I see. Ain't got no style. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I'm nobody.
Joy for the players, nor indeed for the loyal fans. It has ended in defeat. A thoroughly disappointing outcome. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
I get a feeling, I don't want to explain. Come on. Just see my face.
final whistle. Chelsea enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form. A big team beating a not-so-big team, and the lesson dealt.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
I don't ever think about it. Hey, don't think about it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Tryna lose ya, I ain't tryna lose. I'm way too determined to be falling in the mood. It don't exist within the circle of the crew. I'ma call it this before you catch me calling out to you. Stay in my way, don't hit me up. Get on my case, won't live it up. Now you alone and sit by the phone. Stop wasting your time, just move it along. Could it be long? Wait, let me take a step back. We not this the wrong way. Hope you can accept that. Living double lives ain't everything they made it out to be. You stepping on my rug now. I'm checking twice to activate. You ask me if it's worth it, much above it on the surface. But the funny thing about it is knowing you don't deserve it. More than here to live inside a factory of fear. Still redacted, but it's actually been happening for years. Gone.
Ability, responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the end. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form. A big team beating a not-so-big team, and the lesson dealt.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. They were outclassed in every possible way. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that can drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close a deal.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Leicester leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Now I'm moving from the shadows. Thunder clouds, so I'm walking. I don't need to take from your talking. When the hurricane comes, I'm on back roads. When the hurricane comes, you do not know. Oh, I feel the clouds of change when I'm riding in my spaceship. Calling out your rain, cause it's no one's time to soak it. You left me hopeless, swimming in your ocean. Got me thinking twice what I'm involved in. I just pull up, then skirt. You just pull up when it hurts. Why, I just pull up, then skirt. You just pull up when it hurts. Why? Daylight wants to creep in through my window. Now I've got you back in my arms. Now I'm moving from the shadows. Daylight wants to creep in through my window. Now I've got you back in my arms. Now I'm moving from the shadows. So I just pull up
At his watch and blows his whistle. Newcastle win it by the only goal. Result, no question, the most important thing, however it came. Final score, 1-0. Your final thoughts, Jim?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. That is that. A frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Goes the final whistle. One goal settled it. A tense and exciting game that just got away.
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second half goal.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.